Hi, this is Joanna with the Rooted Belly, and welcome. This is a 10-minute guided meditation, a seated meditation. So find a quiet space, or as quiet as you can find in this moment, and just separate yourself from all the doing and action of the day. And make sure you've chosen a time that can allow you to do that. So if you have your seat, my seat today is going to be a meditation cushion. You're welcome to be in a chair, on your couch. Just really be seated and present for yourself for this practice. You'll likely hear some noises going on in the background. I kept trying to pick a time to video this where everything was quiet, and then I was thinking that's not life. So if I need to show up to my practice as things are, then I guess that's what I'm asking for all of you as well. So just show up however you can to this moment and drop in. So this will be, again, a 10-minute practice. So hopefully you've picked your seat. And with that, just really taking a minute to settle into the practice and to this process. So however that works for you, whether it's choosing a spot in front of you to bring your gaze, or if comfortable, just closing your eyes, just separating yourself away from that input that vision gives us and drawing that vision more inward. Feeling yourself sitting. And what does that feel like in the body? Maybe noticing the sensation of the chair or the cushion against the back or the back of the legs. Drawing the attention down into the feet and just seeing what's here, what sensations are noticeable in and around the feet. Checking in with the posture and noticing, is there an over-efforting, or is there a lack of a wakefulness, or maybe too relaxed, and just play with that and find the position that feels alert, but also some ease and settledness. Checking in with the positioning of the head, just noticing if it's centered over the shoulders or if there's any sort of lurching forward or reaching back, and just again find that balance point. And maybe for the first time, really noticing what it feels like to be here right now in this body as it settles. No need to be moving or doing anything, but just really being with this moment. And noticing that moment through the senses. So again, deliberately dropping from all the thinking and let it fall more down into the feeling and sensing within the body. The mind will likely remain busy because that's what the mind does. It thinks. But can we make a choice to allow some of that to fall into the background and bring to the foreground now the awareness and the sensations of breathing. This breath coming in and leaving the body. Just be mindful of the sensations of breathing. If it helps to center and anchor the attention on the breath, possibly taking a slower and deeper breath in, just filling the body and then slowly letting the air out, feeling the lungs fill and then collapse. Maybe noticing the sensations of the ribs lifting and dropping as the lungs fill and release of the air. There may be a desire to make the breath a certain rhythm or depth, or the breath should be this, or might even feel shallow and not what it should be, and seeing if that can be let go and just let the breath be what it is. Always taking the opportunity to reawaken to the body, and just as of even right now, just checking in and noticing, is there any tension or tightness or holding that's present that may not be necessary? The breath is always a home base, an anchor for the attention to land on. Nothing necessarily unique or special about this anchor, the breath, versus maybe the sound or sensations. It's just always there. So if the breath feels available and safe to have as your home base, then continue to use that as the place to reawaken and come back to again and again. If right now the breath feels distant or not so available or safe to have as that home base, just know you can always just feel into the senses and feel into what does feel present, consistent, and safe to have as that home base. It could be sounds. Just even now noticing the sounds that are around this moment. Checking in with how the body receives that sound. Can it stay connected and present with that ebb and flow of the rise and fall of sounds as they come in and out of this moment? That may feel very centering, or could feel again distant and not grounding. And if that's the case, testing out one more anchor to check in with, just noticing the sensations in the body, whether it's a specific touch point, maybe the feet, or the sensations in the hands, or the entire body posture, just sitting, and that just feels grounded and a place to return to again and again. Whichever of these anchors resonates most with you, just allowing that to be the home base, the place for the attention to be gently guided back to when the awareness wakes up and realizes it's drifted off into some story, something that the mind might have cooked up in its thoughts. And when that happens, just taking a minute to recognize that, okay, I've been somewhere else, and coming back with a purposefulness, but also a gentleness, and returning to that anchor, whether it's the breath, sound, or sensations, just landing again and again on that safe home base. as we begin to transition out of this practice, just taking a minute to feel into the body again. The entire body here sitting. And just slowly reawaken with gentle movement, maybe in the feet or the hands. Staying connected to this process of once being still and now bringing a little more movement. Maybe rolling the shoulders. If the eyes were closed, just opening them when you're ready. And then just saying thank you for showing up for yourself and for this practice. Take care.